Today I fucked up by being an idiot on an airplane. So I was on a cross-country flight the other day and am sitting next to a girl my same age. We start talking and she is awesome, great looking, in med school. We have having a great time and it turns out we like all of the same things, same TV shows, video games, same sort of drinks, everything you could think of. We talked for the entire 6-hour flight. She was going out to see her friends for a week-long vacation and would be in the same city as me for the next 4 days. This seems awesome, make plans to get some drinks, everything is going great. She was even texting her friend about me and feeling my arms to tell her about them. It all seems flirty and she seems into me. We order drinks and are still talking about life, League of Legends, and a million other things. Well, at one point I think she is leaning in, so I start to as well. She wasn't. I'm an idiot and now am hoping I disappear into my seat. She brushes it off and continues to be great company. Says she would give me her number, takes my phone and tells me to find it later. We get off the plane. I'm aware that I made this weird feel like shit and quickly leave. Look at the contact later. There was a name, no number. That's completely fair since I was a creep. I'm usually pretty good with girls and had never misread something so badly. Posted this here because I wanted to get it off my chest, but obviously don't want my friends to know about it. I suppose there's a chance she sees this since she is a Redditor. If you do, I'm really sorry, I was weird. You were awesome and I was a bit too drunk. Too long, didn't read. Had an amazing time with a girl on a plane, misread a sign and tried to go for a kiss. Now I assume I'm some #MeToo story and am fully aware that that is deserved. And now feel like shit. Edit: as this got way bigger than I ever thought. The Me Too thing was kind of a joke. I mostly just meant I'm now a story she will laugh about with her friends of some weird guy who overreached. I get the comments saying I was desperate, as it does read that way, but honestly I'm not. Just a bit overconfident in the moment, I guess. Thanks, Jin. Just trying to vent a bit about being dumb. Sorry folks, locked due to an influx of hate comments. Keep it civil please from now on. Enjoyed the read. I thought you were gonna tell a story about how you were kicked off of a plane, or met by authorities when you landed. My guess, she was flirting and potentially interested if you crossed paths during the week with her friends, but didn't want to kiss a stranger on a plane. So you probably came off a little too thirsty, and now she'd rather not deal with it and just see her friends without distraction. That's perfectly fine. At most you missed out on a chance later on, but realistically this feels like a best case scenario where you both would have enjoyed the chat but never realistically met up again anyway. 6 hours talking to a girl you find yourself increasingly enamored with, and only made a plum of yourself the once? You're doing okay, bud. Nobody got punched for a boundaries failure. It's okay. Smiley face. At least you weren't caught by your dad fucking a couch. Today I fucked up by pavloving a workout alarm. I suppose this is more of an I fucked up over several days, but it's still fitting. I'll keep it short and sweet. I generally work out at home, starting at 9 to 9:30ish at night. This often includes core work/exercise on the mat and yoga, which is great, except I have a dog who loves to help by climbing on me and you're trying to nibble on my fingers and toes. It's remarkably difficult to do boat pose or crunches when you have 6 pounds of chiweenie on your chest. So I've been putting cheese in her Kong to keep her occupied when she's feeling particularly playful. Must have been doing it more often than I thought, though, because now she starts squeaking and getting excited if I don't start my workout on time. Even better, my schedule's been thrown off because of the coronavirus, so I've been working out later and later. Too long, didn't read. I pavloved my dog and turned her into a workout alarm. The gremlin in question. Edit: for those who don't know what a Kong is, and have come up with some interesting guesses, it's just a rubber dog toy with a hole in the middle for treats. Oh, and the gremlin's name is Popcorn. Came with the name and knew it too well for me to change it when I adopted her. Thank you for paying the dog tax. Your dog is an absolute cutie. She just keeps dogging you until you work out. I know the feeling. Just started feeding my senior dog wet food in the morning and now she won't ever let me forget. Can't sleep in because she demands the good food. My cat has associated my alarm clock with breakfast time and now has started waking me up an hour early just in case I forget to wake up. That's actually a fantastic reminder to stay on track. When I was in my best shape it was because a dog woke me up to go running every day for like 3 years. Today I fucked up by getting a cop to pull his gun on me. So a little backstory: I have a black Buick and the window doesn't go down because I was fixing the lock on the door and messed up the window. So last night I was going to Walmart getting groceries and cat food. When I left and was driving I was speeding a bit without realizing it and hear a siren go off. This is where I fucked up. So I pull over and remember my window doesn't open, so I opened my door as he was walking up and he yells while getting his gun out, "Don't you fucking move, stay in your car or I will fire." I freaked. He pulled me out of the car and searched it for weapons. He asked me why I opened the door. I explained my window doesn't go down. He was actually pretty nice about, but I did get a speeding ticket. Too long, didn't read. Opened door when I got pulled over and nearly got shot. I didn't open the door to get out. Edit 2, windows fixed. Kind of similar to me. I was pulled over as a teenager back in the 90s and the cop said he pulled me over BC a taillight was out. I was like, oh really? And opened the door so I could go take a look. He ended up smashing the door against my leg and was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I wanted to check the light out." He was like, "Oh," and then let me go look. Lol. Edit, first post/comment with more than 500 upvotes. Crazy. Same thing happened to me, except the cop wouldn't even let me out of the car to see which tail light was out while I sat there for 45 minutes in pain because he'd literally put his full body weight into slamming the door on my leg. Hurt for days. Lol, I'm an Australian and here up until recent years, it wasn't uncommon for us to get out of our cars when pulled over and basically meet the cop halfway with keys in one hand and license in the other. 15 years ago, I moved to the US, I'm back home now. Coming home late from work one night, I got pulled over and had no clue what about to happen next. I jumped out of my car with my keys and fumbled around in my pockets for my wallet. Found my wallet, looked up to the cop holding it out to him. I was staring straight down the barrel of his pistol and I swear I could the round at the back of the barrel with my name printed across it. He said very calmly yet firmly, "Move again and I will fire." Man, I think every cell in my body stopped moving, including my brain, because when he told me to turn around and place hands against the roof, I couldn't. I was frozen solid. It was only when he barked the order at me that I complied. Once he realized what was happening, it was all well and good. He explained to me that basically doing that is a good way to get arrested in a best case scenario and gave me some tips for any future dealings with police. Similar to me without the gun. I had a car from '96, and the window motor died. I was pulled over for speeding. I just waited in my car until he came to the door. Both my hands were visible to him and I kinda gestured at the window and slowly cracked the door to say, "My window doesn't work." This also happened in a rural town, so the cop wasn't too fearful of some stupid teenager. Well, I think the reason your cop didn't react aggressively is because you handled your situation correctly. You stayed in your car until he was close enough to see and realize what was going on.